my name is Gracie and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite things. I'll go ahead and start with what I'm wearing. For my lip gloss, I'm wearing the Ole Henriksen Palette Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in the shade Creme Brulee, and it is a wonderful lip treatment. I really like the shade of it. I prefer to have like a little bit of color just so when I don't wear makeup like I am right now, I'm able to have a little bit of color, a little bit refreshed. I'll talk about my skin later on. Overall, really loving this. I misplaced it for a bit and now I'm very excited that I have it again. As far as my outfit, I have this blazer from Express that I got like 5 years ago, and then my top I just thrifted from Poshmark. It's from the brand Saison. I believe it is the Colleen shirt. I could be mistaken. I really like those button downs. They're some of my favorite for sure. As far as my hair, I cut it so it's a little bit blunt as far as my layers. I didn't anticipate having layers, but that's okay. I blow dried it with my Dyson. I straightened it with my I&H Hair 2-in-1. I believe it's the collaboration with Barbie, so you probably can't get it anymore, but they have something comparable, I'm sure. So as far as my skin, as you can see, it's a little bit breaking out, and around here, my forehead and my chin area. Over here, not so much, which is great because the jawline is really painful, but I do have a couple around my mouth, which is really frustrating, but this one doesn't hurt, so I'm not going to be mad about it. My forehead in general, I'm really concerned with. One of the techniques I'm doing in order to kind of clear up my skin is to use nothing at all. I'll wash my face with dandruff shampoo actually. It has tea tree oil and zinc, which is good for treating fungal acne. I have noticed a difference. I really do need to get an exfoliator. I'll probably get one from Tree Hut. So I made a video of my review of Selena Gomez's album, but I don't quite like it because I wasn't very eloquent. However, I'll just give you a brief overview. I really enjoy the album. I particularly enjoy the album whenever it's the song Don't Wanna Cry Now. It reminds me of old Selena Gomez and it makes me so happy. I'm very excited to have Selena make music again. I really hope that she comes out with collaborations in the future with Benny because this one was absolutely beautiful and I think that they have the opportunity to write such good love songs. I think it would be really great to have her explore more of her emotions, and the Justin Bieber aspect, I think it's time to move on as society. I think it's interesting what people are saying about Hailey Bieber and how she kind of finessed Justin Bieber and became the one less lonely girl. So good for her, but again, it's kind of iffy on the timeline. So there's so many good recaps on their relationship and the drama, so I would recommend going and looking at that. I also have been really enjoying Ariana Grande's deluxe album. Oh my gosh, she added such great storytelling towards the end of the album and the deluxe. I believe the last song on the album of the original, not the deluxe, is called Ordinary Things, that features Nona, her grandmother. I feel like there was an open-ended question whenever it came to what makes you feel like you're in your truest and most compatible relationship, and it was the advice of her grandmother, and I found it very sweet. However, there is something to be desired. I think there's so much more story to tell. I mean, she went through a very traumatic divorce and then very traumatic expose of her relationship with Ethan Slater. Again, go look up the drama yourself. However, I do think that she wrote such beautiful poetry in her new songs. I think that expressing herself through music is a great way to communicate with her audience and make them feel validated in their own situations and their own feelings. I'm glad that she came out with these songs. Also, the love songs, fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love Dandelion. That's probably my favorite aside from Twilight Zone. I feel like Twilight Zone is my favorite sad song. That's my favorite music at the moment. I finished White Lotus last night and boy was it interesting. I think there is something to be desired by the end of the show, and especially with the family, I think it's like Lachlan and Piper and all of them. There's so much story to tell within themselves. If they wanted to, they could have their own spin-off. I'm just saying. I'm really sad about some of the deaths. I think one of them was very unnecessary. I think you know which one if you watched it. I just watched it and I was like, yeah, no. But I get it, it's for dramatic effect. The theory is it comes in pairs of 3s, but I mean, come on. I also want to talk about the new Lights Lacquer collection. Again, I have my iPad right here, so if I look down, that is why. If you'd like to follow along, you're welcome to look at Lights Lacquered Instagram. She said, the Song of Siren, their first reflective polish collection, launching on April 10th. I am looking at this photo. I'm surprised that they haven't came out with this formula yet. I really think it's a popular one in the indie nail community, so I'm glad that they're finally diving into it. They have a purple, a blurple, a blue, and then a silvery rose gold. The first nail polish that I see is Siren Song, a translucent mauve pink jelly polished with a reflective glitter finish. I think that I would wear this a lot, honestly. I am surprised to say that, but I do think that color is pretty and there's not that many in my collection. I am very excited about that polish. The next one I see is Shape of Water, a deep ocean blue jelly polish with a reflective glitter finish. I think that's a staple color in the indie nail community. I'm surprised they haven't came out with it before. I'm glad that they're expanding into new formulas. I'm very excited to try it. I think it's gonna be so cool. The next one I see is Nymph. It's a violet jelly polish with a fine blue shimmer and a reflective glitter finish. I love purples like this. I've been obsessed with Passenger Princess. I have to really prevent myself from putting it back on, but I am finding these blurples absolutely gorgeous. The next one is Succubus, a magenta jelly polish with a fine blue shimmer and reflective glitter finish, which looks more magenta. Again, it's described as magenta, but it looks more magenta than the photo I originally posted, so I find that interesting. I don't know how much they've edited the actual photos. I think that they would not. That's okay, I still like the magenta. As far as their mood boards, I find it incredibly beautiful. I'm so excited for this siren theme. I know that they had the previous mermaid inspired collection. I think a deeper collection is going to be beautiful for the summer because of those poppy colors. So I think it is a good move to come out with it now rather than the fall. And then I also see they have some sort of gel buildup that they also put with their nail charms, which I think is really cool. What I assume would be their chrome powders. I'm excited to see what all nail art that my friends will come out with. I think it's going to be a really great collection and I'm very excited about it. I believe I will be picking this up on the launch day. We'll see. It launches in 3 days, 7 hours and 13 minutes and 29 seconds as I'm filming this, and they're talking about their new formula on their website. They do have more of the information on this email link that I have, so I'll also put that in the description if you would like to look at it. It's email only, I don't have it through SMS, so I would recommend doing that. But they also talk about the launch day restocks, which I find fascinating. They have Jukebox Baby, Lilac Wine, Easy as Pie, Sunday and Santorini, Banana Split, and Flower Girl. I'm very excited about these. I haven't picked up Sunday and Santorini or Flower Girl, so I believe I will also be picking those up on launch day. I am a collector, so fair warning with that. And hopefully I can make some videos on those as soon as I'm out of this car and I have my own place and I'm able to film. I'm super excited to make more content for y'all. I'm gonna be unemployed soon, but that's okay. I am able to create content. I'm excited to start this project. I hope that I'm able to be more consistent. That's why I've been working on my lunch breaks, and I have really enjoyed filming and editing. So if you have any suggestions on how I can be better, again, constructive criticism, but if you do have any criticism or tips or advice or anything like that, please leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to engaging with y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.